Welcome back to Living Local on this Tasty Tuesday. We are in for a special treat today. Baker, crafter, and cupcake aficionado MacKenzie Thede has taken her love for dessert making to a new level with her small business called I Lick the Spoon. Joining me is MacKenzie Thede. Thanks so much for being here, MacKenzie.
Of course, yeah, I'm glad to be here.
So what sparked your interest in baking to begin with?
My whole life, my mom has always baked goods. We've always had fresh baked muffins, like everything fresh baked. And what really started this was we were having a girls' night and we wanted to do cookie decorating like 3 or 4 years ago. And so I was like, yeah, let's do this. Like, let's just bake a bunch of cookies because every December, that's all I want to do for Christmas is bake cookies and make all sorts of treats. And so it's just, for me, this is a way to like love people and just give them something delicious and something artistic at the same time.
I love that. So this was a big hobby for you, something you enjoy doing for other people. What kind of got you to the point where like, I want to like do this as a side hustle?
Yeah, a friend of mine looked at my cookies flat out and he told me, he goes, you need to sell these. He goes, you're really good at it. He's like, I don't tell a lot of people that, but he was like, he's like, you need to sell them. He's like, you could make a lot of money with it. And so I kind of hawed back and forth with it a lot and then finally decided, yeah, let's do this. Let's take the plunge and let's go ahead and try to start selling them. So.
And how long has I Lick the Spoon been operating?
About 2 years, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just looking at your adorable cookies, they really are so cute, MacKenzie.
Thank you.
How do you come up with the designs?
A lot of it, I look up just images online and then kind of make it my own. Some of them, like the deer, there was a general like outline of it, and then I just start to make it, and it goes. It just kind of, as I'm doing it, it just kind of shows up on the cookie.
Right.
I'm also a graphic designer at my other job, and so like a lot of times I can just like, much like Michelangelo, like look at the cookie and just like see exactly what I want to do with it. So.
Yeah, so that creativity kind of just flows through you naturally. Now, I enjoy baking as well, definitely a novice. So you actually brought a cookie to help me decorate.
Yeah.
So walk me through it.
Okay. So with this one, these are all just our piping bags. They're called tipless piping bags, which is really nice because you can just cut the tips to any size you want. And so I thought we could try to make...
so these are little hearts that we're making for Valentine's Day.
So this part's super easy.
Okay.
You just, let's do that. Create a dot and drag.
Dot and drag. That's the technique. Okay.
And drag.
All right, let's see if I can get my heart as cute as that. So we'll put a dot here.
Yeah, you might have to squeeze it onto the pan,
Squeeze it a little bit on the pan to get it started.
Yeah.
I'm definitely, I'll use another
use a different one. I should have tested these first.
That's okay. This one's working. Okay, so we're going to dot and drag. Dot and drag. Okay, clearly, if we can get a close-up of that, my heart is definitely not as good as yours. But what kind of advice would you give people out there who they enjoy baking, but they want to kind of hone their craft and get better at it?
Practice.
Yeah.
Practice, practice, practice. Seriously. And like find good friends who are willing to taste all your mistakes. Like that heart probably has taken me the last 2 years to figure out how to do. And read all the articles online that you possibly can, buy all the baking books. Like I know it seems crazy and it seems expensive at first, but it's so worth it.
So you brought cookies today. What other kind of baked goods do you create?
I mostly do cookies and cupcakes. I recently did a cake for a friend, but that's not my forte for the most part. But.
So cookies and cupcakes.
Yeah.
Since it is just you, how big of orders are you able to accommodate?
I can do any size, literally. I am doing a 4 dozen order for a friend this weekend. Yeah, any size is accommodable as long as there's enough time given. You know?
Right, absolutely. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try to make another heart to see if I can do this a little bit better. And so it's really just a dot and a drag. And oh yeah, that's one that doesn't work. So dot there. Oh, that one doesn't work either.
Sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. I got this. Dot and drag.
Yep.
Dot and drag. Yeah, that
beautiful. Yeah.
I'm making progress.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try one more. See if I can get this. Dot and drag. Dot and drag. That's fine.
Yeah. No, I like it.
So it looks like you create things seasonally for special occasions. What are some examples of your favorite things that you've created?
Probably the Christmas cookies I just did. They were kind of a more vintagey look, like light blues. darker, like muted greens and like vintage looking reindeers. And so that was a lot of fun. And I worked with with frosting, with the icing, there's different consistencies. So I worked with a much thicker consistency. And so I got to drag and actually create like the pine needles on the tree. So that was probably one of my favorite ones.
That is really, really neat. What are your most popular items?
Let's see. Probably right now that would be kids like first birthday parties.
I saw pictures of that. They're so cute, like little foxes and stuff like that.
Yeah, those are some of my favorites. That's like where the raccoon came from and the deer came from, that same set.
I love it. So how can people learn more about you, or perhaps even put it in order?
Yeah, just go to Facebook, look up I Licked the Spoon, or find me on Instagram at I Licked the Spoon. Just do a quick Google search and you should be able to find my page, and it's just a picture of a spoon. So
okay, now let's talk about the history behind the name I Licked the Spoon. It is so creative, Kenzie.
So my whole life, like I said, my mom's been baking, and then I started baking, and so people have always said to me, like, what makes this taste so good? Like, what's your secret? And I've always said, oh, well, I made it with love, which means I licked the spoon, and I kept using it. So, of course, I don't lick the spoon. But
yes, that's just part of the name. You don't actually know. I love it. Well, MacKenzie, thank you so much for being here.
Of course,
we appreciate it. You can follow MacKenzie at I Licked the Spoon on Facebook and Instagram. We'll have these details posted on ourquadcities.com. More Living Local is right after this.